first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Bulls have showed up hungry and determined to fight for what they believe is rightfully theirs. Will they be able to break the stalemate and come out on top against the Pacers? Round one of the NBA playoffs continues.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. We're all tied at 1-1. If the first two games have been any indication, we should be in for a great series. And tonight, we've got the Indiana Pacers playing against the Chicago Bulls. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. The wingmen, White and Levine. Vucevic is out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Giddey in at the point. And for the Pacers, Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. And it's Halliburton in at the point guard position. Look at Indiana. Well, they stole one on the road, and that was their goal. Now they have a chance to take command of the series, Greg. But it's going to be difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they still got a lot to prove, Kevin, coming into this series as an underdog. But I've been impressed with their fight and execution. You can tell they're not intimidated. We'll see if they can maintain that level of confidence tonight.
It'll be key, you're right. First trip to the line for him here. First free throw is good.
Zach LaVine, one of the most entertaining players in the league. Boy, when he's cooking offensively, look out.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Outside Mathurin. On the wing, Turner. Halliburton outside. Fires it up. No good on his first attempt of the game.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And the jam by White.
Hot off the drive. White is so explosive, leaping off the floor and throwing that one down.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. 4-point game. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
He's so disciplined as a playmaker. Tyrese Halliburton sees what's happening. Is just going to take the opportunity.
Giddey with the bounce pass. Right a screen. Pass to Craig. Now here's Giddey. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Vucevic. Turner covering. Good work defensively by Turner.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Up top, Nembhard. Guarded by Levine. To the middle. And it's White with the rebound.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
Got that one up quick. White's got his second basket of the night.
And unpredictability, really one of White's strongest traits, including when pulling up on a dime. Nice.
Here's Halliburton. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. The shot by Turner, no good.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Giddey, no good. Pacers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Halliburton outside. Launches it. It's rebounded by Giddey.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Driving to the basket. A shot by Nembhard, no good. The Bulls leading by 4. Outside White. Craig sets the screen for White. No good on the three. And Mathurin has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They look to start a new streak after losing on Monday.
Well, they couldn't buy a bucket at times, and that's frustrating. And that game was not their friend.
I thought the striking thing was how little offense they generated. It doesn't matter how stout your defense is when you play that poorly on the offensive end.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Here comes your Pacers fight crew, everybody. Make some noise. Get on field. The court is your squad. Ooh, what's the future?
Neesmith, he's checked in for Indiana. T.J. McConnell comes in for Andrew Nembhard. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. Horton Tucker comes in for Levine. Osumu, he's checked in for Kobe White. And Ball subbed in for Josh Giddey. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now, Horton Tucker. Vucevic down low. He's against Turner, and it's Vucevic missing. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick Carlisle and I did speak a few minutes ago. Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Chicago with the ball. The Pacers making the shot. Here's Dosunmu. It's rebounded by Neesmith. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep here to the left wing. McConnell kicks to Halliburton. Siakam against Smith. Pocket 6. Turner with the screen for Siakam. A miss that time. Would have put him up. For Chicago, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far. Just 25%. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Ball feeling it out a bit. For the 3. The Bulls with another miss. That's the end of the first, and both teams still warming up their offenses. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. We're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Here's White. They're going with Mathurin and Neesmith on the wings. Toppin is out there with Isaiah Jackson. And it's McConnell in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. They get it back. White's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Chicago. Pass to Phillips. From outside, off the mark. And Indiana shooting a putrid 25% from the field. Poor shot selection all around. McConnell against Ball. Neesmith with the ball. And Toppin throws it down.
Well, the vertical of Obi Toppin on display rises up with ease.
Ball, the pass to Smith. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. White finds Dosunmu. Ball, no good. Indiana leading. Outside Mathurin. Drops in the layup for 2. Mathurin's got his second basket of the game.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
And again, Chicago, no good. Pacers leading by 4. Down low. Jackson kicks to Toppin. There's a screen by Toppin. A nice shot by Neesmith. Neesmith has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Chicago's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Ball, the pass to Dosunmu. To the paint. Here's Phillips. And they get it. Out to Smith. There's the 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Pacers Nation, time to get out for your Pacers Premier Dance Crew.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Siakam is checked in for Isaiah Jackson. Andrew Nembhard comes in for Benedict Mathurin. Halliburton subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And Ball with the block.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Now here's Giddey. Dropping on the board. Vucevic dishes to Levine. Shot clock at 6. Cuts at 5. Ball no good. Indiana leading by 4. Halliburton outside. Back to Nembhard. Over Giddey. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Kick by Vucevic. Levine inside the three-point line. Misses the jumper. For Indiana, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Halliburton. Ball with the rebound. Bulls trail by 4. To the inside. Takes it from 10. Giddey, no good. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Ball. The Pacers pull it in. 36 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Nembhard. They need this one. Nice defense from Giddey. Bulls trail by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Levine. Here's Vucevic. Vucevic is screen on Halliburton. Ball from long range. And some good actions in the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Pacers up by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Pascal. The identity of this team is at the defensive end. So how satisfying is it to lock them down like you did in the first half?
It's great. I mean, we're a defensive team first, and I mean, that's what I like about our team, and the fact that we just go out there and get steals and get easy buckets on the other end. It's always great to play good defense.
Yeah, that's what you guys do. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the Indiana Pacers.
Well, they've got this crowd on the edge of their seats. It's been one heck of a game. And if they continue to play well, they're going to take control of this series.
Wouldn't that be a nice treat for these fans? Looking at this series for the Indiana Pacers, they were able to take a game on the road, capturing home court advantage. Shaq, how important is Game 3 for them?
Well, Game 3 is always huge. They took care of business on the road. Now they have to hit you guys with a big word. Now they have to capitalize on it.
Ooh. Well, it won't be easy, but I'm going to make a prediction, guys. You ready?
No, but
Whoever
go ahead.
wins this Game 3, they win the series.
That is bold, Kenny. I sort of like it. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. Bulls trail by 4. So the Bulls 5 right now. The guard set is Giddey and White. Torrey Craig is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Vucevic in at the center. Here's White. Pass to Craig. Fires for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Craig's got the first basket of the third quarter for Chicago. Halliburton passes to Mathurin. And a wide open look for Siakam. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And Chicago has possession. They trail by one. Outside, Levine. Vucevic setting the pick for Levine. He takes it in. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
When you think of Zach LaVine, his athleticism pops, right? This guy off the drive, so hard to guard.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Halliburton for three. Rebound by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Giddey. Still scoreless. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Levine. The shot's good. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
It's time for Dance Game. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Halliburton kicks to Turner. Pass to Mathurin. To end the run. Levine with the rebound. Levine's got 5 rebounds tonight. Over Halliburton. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Mathurin, and there it is for him. 6 points here for Benedict Mathurin.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Here's Vucevic. Traps in the tray. Vucevic has got the lead up to 4 now for Chicago.
Mr. Vucevic has elite range for a big man. He will punish you from downtown if you let him.
Back to Halliburton. Siakam for 3. Kept alive. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2.
You love the determination, right? Miles Turner effectively getting to the window and getting another opportunity.
Vucevic is screen on Mathurin. Pass to Vucevic. A 3. The Pacers pull it in. Siakam's got rebound number 5 here tonight. We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. Here's Turner. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. White, left side. Craig with it. Pass to Giddey. Now Levine. Defended by Mathurin. Here's the 3. Levine's shot is off.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
For the tie, here's Siakam, and they're unable to get the tying basket there. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Bulls. Just 4 points, that's all they've given up here in the second half. The 3-ball, and again, no good by Chicago. Indiana trailing here. Here's Nembhard. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Chicago has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Bucket is good. Levine's got 6 in the quarter.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now, here's Siakam. Back to Nembhard. Shoots over White. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back.
Levine finds White. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. And it's a 6-point Bulls lead.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
That one falls.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Inside. Craig, good. Craig's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Bulls.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Halliburton. The 17-footer goes down. Halliburton's got his second bucket of the night. The third quarter comes to a close. Bulls lead by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
NBA playoffs, round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. They've got Andrew Nembhard. Neesmith is out there with Toppin. And it's T.J. McConnell. And it's Siakam in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now, here's ball. Smith with 3. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Neesmith with the ball. Siakam looking around. There's the drive. Can't cash in from close range. Bulls leading by 4. Out to the right wing. Outside, ball. Smith with a screen on McConnell. Ball from long range. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Pass to Nembhard. And here is Siakam. Defended by Dosunmu. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist by Toppin.
Well, this to me is where he can be a force. Siakam, a 3-level scorer in the painted area, very dangerous.
And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Drills it from outside.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. changes. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Neesmith. Halliburton subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He likes the effort. He likes the play. He said, look, we're rolling now, guys. Let's get that momentum and keep it, and let's make the most of it to win this series. Let's see if they can get it done.
Thank you, David. Levine wide open. And the Bulls with another miss. Pacers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Takes it out to Siakam to take the lead. And it's Chicago with the rebound. White looking around. On the wing, Levine. And then Levine with the jam.
Such a big-time athlete. Levine makes the hardest moves look easy.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Right wing. Siakam for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Siakam's got it all tied up now for Indiana.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Mathurin against Levine, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Levine's got 11 points here in just the second half. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
Cameras ready for the Pacers fight. Now on the court is your squad. Get loud, let them hear it. It's back for Pacers. Nicely done.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Craig passes to Levine. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Now it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
This guy is big time, unafraid in the moments that matter most. Levine, big time.
9 feet out. And it's Halliburton missing. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Pass to Craig. And here's Vucevic. Outside Levine. Vucevic setting the pick for Levine. This one for 3. Pacers with the rebound. Turner's got 6 rebounds now in the game. They're in for 3.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Outside Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Levine cooking right now, and I'm the defense. I'm trying to make sure I knock him off balance.
Pacers trail by 7.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Siakam's shot is off. Well, Chicago's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. It's White on the wing. Ahmad covering. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up on the wing. Again, Levine missing. Greg, nothing short of some once-in-a-lifetime plays are going to save them now.
Yeah, the door is just about to close on this one. But hey, never say never.
And the Pacers can't get it to go. So it's Chicago winning this one. And they've edged in front in the series after an outstanding performance here in Game 3.
Kevin, it sure was. When teams split the first 2 games of the series, Game 3 means everything. They're going into Game 4 now, riding that high after this win.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, Zach. Some big baskets for you down the stretch. What's it like when you have the ball in your hands in those moments?
Oh, it was great. I'm not scared to take or miss any shot, and I'll go down there swinging every time.
Well, you connected at the right times tonight, man. Congrats. Back to you.
Much appreciated, David. And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Zach LaVine.